Found a article from Slate here. It's on archive because I don't want to give them the click. How defamatory is goblin mode to real goblins? A goblin historian weighs in. Basically, they talk to this. She's a professor at Ohio State University with a specialty in, you guessed it, goblins. Which actually, she's got a. I think her specialty is more like Old Nordic uh, history and poems and so on and such forth and stuff. But anyway, but just the fact that she's described as a goblin expert or goblin historian, I guess I should say, is ridiculous. And up here, it's like, they're talking about, oh, goblin mode. Or, it's setting around, they talk about various things here and stuff. Because she asked the interviewer, can I turn it around? What's your understanding of what a goblin is? And then they describe, okay, well, I can't really make a distinction between goblin, gargoyle, gremlin, golem, troll, etc. Definitely like a creature that's a bit ugly or weird and non-human and creepy. And she says, is Harry Potter mostly the source of your image of what a goblin is like? And it's like, okay, she didn't really say that, but whatever. But anyway, then it goes on, she talks about, because if you don't know what goblin mode is, because I'm not really, I didn't really know what that was. Basically, it's just lazing around being a bum. Drinking, eating, all that stuff, never getting out of your pajamas, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, well, then she talks about Tolkien. There's a part down here where, right here, how would you describe the goblins in Tolkien's books? I teach a whole course on this. Okay, well, that tells it right there. This is literally weeks and weeks of stuff, and it's ugly, unfortunately. The problem trying to describe what are the goblins and orcs in the Lord of the Rings like is that Tolkien makes them out of racist caricatures. And it's like, okay, what the hell are you talking about? I mean, at least she doesn't go so far as to say that they represent black people and stuff like that. Cause it's like, are you saying that they're racist to goblins and orcs, like Tolkien's version of them, or are you saying that they're racist to black people? Because that's usually the default what they go to. Later articulations of them trying to get away from this. That's a way of dodging it. They're described as being animal-like and they have claws and fangs. They're described as hairy. They're described as squat, as having long arms that drag the earth when they run. So that's all sort of like animal or simian ape-like things. Their language is described as harsh and guttural. They're described as not very bright in all cases, as afraid of sunlight in most cases. They're also described as having broad faces and flat noses and slant eyes. The racism is pretty bad in Tolkien. Fans hate this. There are a lot of emotions tied up with Tolkien, and I get it, but it's there. What the fuck are you talking about, you dumbass? Like, seriously, like, if you believe that orcs, whether they're from Tolkien, Lord of the Rings and all that stuff, or Dungeons and Dragons, or wherever else, if you believe that they are a reflection of black people, or Jewish people, or whatever it is, you're the fucking racist. You are. I mean, seriously, like, this is ridiculous. I don't understand why people, and this is a professor at Ohio State University, the Ohio State. Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? It's ridiculous. I don't understand people who say this kind of stuff. And then they keep going on and on and talking about, well, here's the Wilwarming craze, and here's stuff on TikTok, and this, and all this other shit and stuff. But it's almost unbelievable. This is a professor. This is someone who's supposed to be teaching somebody. They even said, she even said up here, she got oops, my bad, I overran it. That she's got a course, right up here. But, god damn it. Yeah, here it is. I teach a whole course on this. It's literally weeks and weeks of stuff about goblins and Tolkien books. Like, what the fuck is the matter with you? I mean, that's like taking. You might as well be taking dance theory and shit. Like feminist dance theory, I guess I should say. I don't want to lump them all in there. Like, what the hell? That's fucking stupid. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up here. I just, figured that have a good laugh at a goblin historian weighing in on this shit. Real goblins. There aren't real goblins, you fuckheads. But anyway, whatever. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.